Hey there, welcome. Welcome to Rise and Receive. This is an opportunity in your day to stop whatever you're doing and take a little time to explore how to receive fulfillment in your life by unlearning struggle. So today we're going to talk about how pursuing what you want can actually sabotage you from receiving what you want. And if you're somebody who's been in pursuit of a goal or a dream, whatever that is, it can be anything in life, whether it's something in your physical world, like a better job, more money, maybe it's something around your body, maybe it's a relationship that you'd like to manifest, or maybe it's an inner world pursuit of fulfillment, of joy, of peace, of freedom, whatever it is. If you've been in pursuit mode and you feel like you keep pursuing and pursuing, but you never quite arrive, then I think you're really going to like what we're going to talk about today. If you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I mentor ambitious, goal-oriented people to surpass their limits with ease and speed. And the way I do this is I teach a skill set that I call receiving. Because as I like to say, you cannot receive what you most want if you don't know how to receive. And in all of my years as a life coach, one of the things I've discovered that is common around ambitious, goal-oriented people is that we don't know how to receive. We know how to pursue, we know how to work hard, but the skill of receiving, that seems to be something that we are often missing. And if you don't know how to receive, this is generally the cause or a huge factor in your upper limit issue. Pursuing, doing, thinking, hunting, that's really good for some things, but it can only take you so far. And receiving is the thing that often blows the lid off of your upper limit and then makes available all sorts of things that you have been wanting and pursuing and chasing after can finally come in. You can finally receive what you've been working so hard for. So today, as I talk about the difference between pursuing what you want versus receiving what you want, I wanted to give you a really simple analogy that can really help kind of drive home this concept. So if you don't know the difference between pursuing what you want and receiving what you want, you are likely to suffer the fate of the hunter who knows how to catch the prize but doesn't know how to eat it. So catching the prize is one thing, actually eating it, experiencing it, receiving it, feeling it, being nourished by it, that's its own skill set. And if you don't know how to stop and receive, you can catch a bunch of prizes, you can achieve all sorts of things, but you might not actually receive what you're really after, which is the feeling that you've been wanting once you catch the prize. So to go a little deeper with this, I love to illuminate blind spots, and I call this one the consumer blind spot. And the consumer blind spot is something that sabotages or hinders the fulfillment that many ambitious, goal-oriented people are seeking. So what is the consumer blind spot? Well, if you think of it quite simply, a consumer seeks to acquire or get things. It's about getting. Now, getting and receiving are two different things. So what I wanted to do was kind of give you a side-by-side sort of just a simple sort of a checklist to start opening up your awareness to what the difference is. They're basically opposite skill sets. I'm just going to refer to my notes so I don't forget anything. So when you are in getting mode or hunter mode or pursuing mode, you are going to be intending. So you decide that you have a target and you set your intentions to go out and get it. It's intention based. When you are in receiving mode or human being mode as opposed to human doing mode, you're going to be invitation based. So intention versus invitation. When you are in doing mode or hunter mode, you're going to be closing in on your target. So you get very narrow focused. Okay. When you are in receiving mode or being mode, you are going to open up. Open up. Okay. When you are in hunter mode, you're going to be focusing on conquering. So it's about catching, getting, conquering. It's a very finite experience. I've gotten it. and then you're done. And when you're done, what happens? Well, you might enjoy it for a little bit. That's part of the receiving. But what tends to happen is you're back out in hunting mode again. So if you don't know how to actually open up to the other skill set of receiving, you will forever be hunting. Sooner or later, you're hunting again. If you're in doing or receiving mode, however, instead of conquering, you're in experiencing fully mode. Experiencing is something that happens in your body. It's something that moves through you. It's very flow-based. And the last one I want to highlight today is when you're in doing mode or hunting mode, you often will do a lot of examining with the mind. So the hunter is going to be thinking and strategizing and seeing about the distance and how to conserve energy and watching the tracks. It's very tactical, okay? Whereas receiving and being mode doesn't examine anything but feels. It's very feeling based. So when the hunter actually knows how to eat, they're going to feel and experience the nourishment fully. Okay, so those are a couple ways of looking at the difference between pursuing and receiving. Now, the other thing I wanted to highlight is that when you have the consumer blind spot, which is all focused on getting, only one of two things can happen. That means you're in hunter mode, right? So either you're going to get the thing you want, you're going to catch the prize, and the fulfillment will be fleeting. So again, you catch it, you might actually eat it, so you do know how to eat it, but the fulfillment of, I always have plenty to eat. I'm always having available to me the supply, abundant, fulfilling supply. There's this constant feeling of flow and availability. That fulfillment when you're never wanting or very little trapped in that energy of wanting, seeking, that's minimal because you open up to this experience of ongoing fulfillment. Like I always say, life always offers kindness, but you have to be in a state of openness and receptivity to avail yourself of that, to allow that in, to experience it fully, to feel it fully. So again, if you're in getting mode or you have the consumer blind spot, you'll either get the thing you want, but the fulfillment will be fleeting, or you won't get the thing at all. And that's because our focus is on the wrong thing. If your focus is on, I have to achieve that prize, and I see this happen a lot with my clients, which is one of the things that I like to shine the spotlight on, which is what my job is as a coach. Many times when you're coaching, when I'm coaching people, they have this idea of what it means to be successful, what it means to surpass the limit. There's this prize or this metric. So let's say somebody wants to manifest the relationship of their dreams. They're a single person, they want to manifest a relationship of their dreams. Meanwhile, we're coaching and they're growing and they're learning and they're experimenting, they're exploring, and they're taking risks and they're having all sorts of experiences, right? So I'm witnessing all of this success and progress that they're experiencing and feeling and receiving and growing, right? But because they haven't necessarily gotten the prize yet, because it isn't the right time, right? Then they'll think nothing's happening. And that's very common in getting mode. It's all or nothing. Either I get the thing or I don't have it all. So it's either I'm happy for a moment and then lack. So there's a lot of yay and then lack, and yay and then lack. So this fits and starts is very common to over functioning or overdoing. That will block the flow, because what we'll do is we'll be selective when we'll receive what we want and push away what we don't. This is what blocks the flow of receiving. So you might not even get the thing that you want if you're in consumer mode because you're focused on the wrong thing. What you really want is to feel fulfilled. You want the feeling of the thing, of what you think that thing will give you. But if you focus on the thing and not the feeling, sometimes you don't even get the thing at all, because your consciousness creates your reality and you're putting out all sorts of mixed messages into the universe. All right. So when you shift from getting mode to receiving mode, which is what we do at Rise and Receive and what we do at the Receive community, we learn how to actually be fortunate receivers, how to be an invitation to all of life, how to stay open to the flow and the experience, which is where fulfillment comes from. Then when you have that skill set, you go to this whole level beyond what was your upper limit. So I hope this has piqued your curiosity and just illuminated that if you're feeling stuck in pursuit mode, or what I call the hard work treadmill, where you're always walking towards this prize, but never actually getting there, if this piques your curiosity, then I invite you to come join the Receive community and explore how you can receive your fulfillment by unlearning the struggle that comes from over-relying on the hard work ethic and the doing model. When you can start to access the doing and the being models of power, then you become able to access all sorts of things that have just always been just out of reach. So with that, I'd like to share the card that I pulled for today from the Receive Oracle card deck. Okay, you can get these on Amazon if you like to. I can never get this quite lined up here. Anyway, there's the card deck. There in Amazon, you can start accessing the Receiving Wisdom on your own. This is today's card. There it is. Receive everything as sacred. That's what receiving is. It's open. Everything is welcome, being unselected. And here's the mantra or the affirmation for the day, which allows you to activate the power of invitation. So if you notice that you're in pursuit mode, hunting, and you want an alternative, stop, notice, and say this affirmation. I am willing to discover how I can receive more and better by letting go of the fight. I am willing to discover how I can receive more and better by letting go of the fight. Hunters fight for what they want. Okay? Receivers invite and receive everything as sacred. When you let go of the fight, you can open up to much more than if you're narrow focused and in pursuit mode. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, please share. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve. If you're on YouTube, click the red subscribe button, and I will see you at the next Rise and Receive. Bye, everyone.